Hello, hello, hello. Come on in, come on in. I hope that y'all are well. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me pretty clearly. Put a one in the comments if you can hear me clearly. Hi. Happy Wisdom Wednesday. All right. For those who do not know who I am, I should have put my little board. I didn't. But oh well. For those who don't know who I am, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect. And what I do, as you see, as I've pinned in the comments, is that I support high achieving women in mastering their rhythm to turn natural magnetism into not only consistent but sustainable wealth. Okay. And if this is your first time joining me, the first thing that I need you to understand is that wealth is not money, or money is not wealth. That's an aspect of one element of wealth. If this is your first time joining me, you'll know that there are five pillars of wealth. And one of those is financial resources. The second one is emotional fulfillment. The third one is time freedom. The fourth is healthy relationships. And the fifth is purpose and growth. So when we are saying that we're building generational wealth, you have to ask yourself, are you hitting those five pillars? Are you mastering generational wealth in the area of financial resources? Are you mastering generational wealth in the area of healthy relationships, time freedom, emotional fulfillment, and purpose and growth? That's how you know you're really building generational wealth. And so today specifically, I'm going to be talking about how to unlock your magnetism, because wealth is one of those things that you actually have to magnetize to you. And I think a lot of people really don't realize that. But in order for you to magnetize wealth to you, you have to be walking wealth. And I talked about this yesterday on my live, where I was breaking down everything in regard to how your hormones, your creativity, and how your energy shape your flow of wealth, and you being able to sustain or be even able to obtain wealth in any form. And so today specifically, I'm going to talk about how you're going to use spiritual law to amplify your income. Okay. So if you have someone who basically has kind of achieved a lot of things and done a lot of things, but the money is just not consistent. And normally this applies to people who are maybe working a 9 to 5 currently, but then they have a side hustle, or they have a business that they're already working, but they're not really making consistent money in that business. And they really want to transition from, okay, yes, I'm working a really good job doing here, but I'm stressed. I'm not really doing well. I'm not healthy. All of these things. I really want to transition into operating fully in my business. Then this is going to be the live for you. And one of the things that you have to really understand is that you have to understand spiritual law. Why is it very important for you to understand spiritual law when you're trying to, you know, use it in a sense of amplifying your income? Because that's how you keep the money flowing in when you understand spiritual law. There are three levels of money, okay? And for those who are joining, again, my name is Elle Antoinette. I'm a feminine mastery architect, and what I do is I support my amazing clients who are high achieving women. I help them literally master their rhythm, because you have your own rhythm. And in mastering their rhythm, I support them in turning their natural magnetism literally into not only consistent but sustainable success. Hustling is not a form of sustainable success, which is why hustlers burn out, which is why I don't teach my clients to hustle. The work that I've done has supported my clients in going from 5 figures to 6 figures, 6 figures to multi 6 figures, and I myself have built a 6 figure business from the ground up. So the things that I tell you, I'm not new to it, I'm true to it. I know what it's like to be in business and to only make 4 figures, to only make maybe 5 figures that year. And I also know what it's like to be in a position to make 6 figures years in business. So it's a very much so an ascendant type of journey. And if that's the path that you're on, if you know the 9 to 5 life is not for you, and you know that you have either let go of this 9 to 5, or you're in a position to where you have your side business and you're not making enough money to where you can let it go, then this is going to help you, or help advance you forward a bit. Okay. So, with all that being said, the first thing I need you to know, thank you, my love, for these likes and love. Share this with someone who really wants to break from the corporate spell. Someone who really is tired of using their body to get money. They're tired of using their mental energy for making companies millions. They're tired of using their emotional energy and stocking, hoping that this company is going to appreciate them and promote them. This is for you, for those who are ready to really step into the fullness of what they know they should be doing, and they don't want to start January 1st. They want to start now. The first thing that you need to understand is that you are a spirit being having a human experience. So that's also having a psychological experience. So if you know how to balance yourself spiritually, mentally, biologically, and psychologically, what I'm telling you is that you'll learn how to thrive in this life. You'll realize how easy it is for you to stay in the flow of receiving money, because there's a flow, there's a science to this. And so I'm going to break down for you spiritually how this works. And I'm going to explain to you where and how I teach the science of this as well. Okay. So the first thing that I need you to understand is this: belief impacts biology, and biology influences your behavior. So whatever your beliefs are around a certain thing are going to impact biologically how you operate. This is how women can trick themselves into believing that they are pregnant when they're really not. The brain is such a powerful thing. It does not know whether or not you're joking. So whatever the belief is, the biology is going to respond. This is why you get an anxiety attack when you go to the doctor and the doctor tells you that something is wrong and something is off, because you've taken in that belief as if something is completely wrong. And so the body starts to respond to the belief. Okay. The biology responds and you start to feel anxious, right? So that works with relationships, that works with money, that works with everything. Your beliefs impact your biology, and your biology influences the way you behave. So let me put you on game about how money works. Okay. There are three levels of money. And I teach this really, really heavy because I need people to understand that, because we have to take money off the pedestal. All right. So the first thing is, number one, money is made up of 75% cotton, 25% linen. You can look that up on Google. Money has not had any backing of the gold backing since the 1970s. You can go and look this up on Google. So society has tricked you into believing that that piece of paper, the paper that's in your pocket that says $100 bill and all of this, that it has this tremendous value. When in reality, the value is actually within you. Okay. You are the one that makes your company and your corporation millions. If every one of you decided not to go to work for one day, if everybody who worked in your corporation decided we're not coming to work, that company would not only suffer, but they would have to succumb to whatever it is that its employees need to be able to execute and meet their goals. Because the way that they meet their goals is they meet their goals by taxing on your souls, taxing on your mental energy, taxing on your emotional energy, taxing on your willpower. That is what happens when you sign those contracts. You are making a commitment to allow me to tax on your soul to meet my goals now, or meet the company's goals. So a lot of people find themselves stuck in that space, and they don't elevate and actually start using that soul energy to further their own goals. And this is why many people are very depressed and very down. This is why your side hustle continues to stay a side hustle, because you're not taking it serious. But you don't understand what's happening on the bottom level of it, so that you can actually expand. Okay. And you have to take money off this pedestal. So take the money off the pedestal. It's paper, it's cotton. You are the value. The money doesn't have the value. You are made up of time, energy, attention, and money. You are valuable currency on your own. Your companies and corporations know this. People who suck, narcissistic people. And one day I think I'm going to have a conversation with my community. I don't know if I'm going to have that conversation live with y'all, to be honest, but I'm going to have a conversation with people about how narcissists are actually warlocks. Men narcissists are actually warlocks. So when women are in position to deal with these type of people, because they don't understand their value and they don't understand their worth, this is how your energy gets siphoned from you. You get put under a spell, but that's a whole nother conversation. But you need to understand the value that you provide. Narcissistic people see your value. Corporations and companies see your value, which is why they will pay you cheap, because they know you don't know your value. And this is why you enter into business charging extremely low for your prices and services, even though you know for sure that your product and service works. It has saved lives, it has done wonders for you, but you are doubting yourself because you came into a job with an entry level salary. So you believe that you should cheapen yourself when you start setting price points for the things that you offer, which is why you're not getting what it is that you desire. which is why your business is not pushing you ahead, which is why a lot of you are just breaking even in business and you're not really breaking bread. So if you really want to break bread, if you really want to amplify your income, okay, I'm going to talk about how you can do this using the law of cause and effect. I'm going to tell you the origin of the law of cause and effect. I'm going to break this down for you because you need to understand that magnetism, first, anything that's going to, when you're going to magnetize something to yourself, you have to understand that first, before it is a scientific experience, it is a spiritual experience. Okay. Magnetism starts spiritually first. It's scientific. There's an art to it as well. And I teach that 3-part to my clients who work with me directly. Okay. But you have to first understand that it starts in a space spiritually when it comes down to magnetism. And it tells you in scripture, so a man thinking in his heart, so is he. So what that is saying is whatever is in your subconscious mind, which is really what is in the depths of your heart, those are the things that you are going to magnetize to yourself. And when you entertain and interact with these things confirm the stories that are in your subconscious mind. This is why you can see a person who you may deem as so beautiful, or you may deem as so smart, or you may deem as this, be with someone who dishonors and disrespects them. Because for them, disrespect and dishonor is a normal vibration for them. So this is why they entertain disrespect and dishonor. Okay. So anybody that's in your life right now, if you're not looking at them like, how did you get here? The people in your life are only reflections of different aspects of your mirror. That's just different angles. But you are always going to meet you. You are always going to meet you. And that's what you have to remember. So magnetism first starts in the aspect of the spirit, and then it goes into the aspect of science. And when you understand these things, it becomes easier for you to attract. It becomes easier for you to get the things that you truly desire because you understand how to position yourself, okay? And how to use your magnetism, your natural magnetism that you have. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. And thank you for these likes. But let's go ahead and get straight into it. This live specifically is called Magnetism Unlocked. And I'm going to be teaching you how the law of cause and effect amplifies your income as a woman, right? And this can be used if you're already making quite a bit of money at your 9 to 5 and you're wanting to amp that up. This can be used if you're wanting to get more money in your business so that you can actually leave your 9 to 5, so you can stop treating it like a side. You want to start working on using terminology that doesn't speak on things being on the side, because if you notice, there is a trend when you put something on the side, it tends to always stay on the side. It's very rare that the side becomes the main, because the reason why, and this, you can apply this in all aspects, even relationships. Okay, thank you, my love. The reason why the side hustle or the side normally remains the side and rarely becomes the actual main thing is because that would require a level of decision making that most people are not prepared for. Most people don't want to make real decisions. They want to live in the area of gray because they know that if they make hard decisions, that there are things that are going to come behind that. You may not get as much access. You may not get this. This may not be like this if you make this the side, if you make this the main. So the longer you consider something the side, including your side hustle, including if you allow yourself to be the side woman, it is very rare that the side becomes the main, because that puts pressure on the person to actually make a real decision. And the truth about us is this: we make the decisions that we want to make. So if we really want to make a decision about something that we really think is beneficial to us, guess what we're going to do? We're going to make the decision that's going to be extremely beneficial to us. And if keeping you on the side, if keeping this business on the side is what looks beneficial, because I believe that I will not be able to make enough money to cover my health insurance or to be able to pay my bills, then guess what? Your side hustle going to remain a side, because it's not as beneficial. That is what we do, two sides. Even when you think about things on your plate, there are things that are main dishes and there are things that are sides, because they supplement or they complement. Okay. So I need you to really pay attention to that. Hey, love. Shalom. So this live, Magnetism Unlocked, how the law of cause and effect amplifies your income. This live is crafted specifically for high achieving women who are ready to master their rhythm and transform their natural magnetism into consistent, sustainable wealth. And I've talked about what wealth is. This is specifically going to speak to those who have a drive to get in alignment, a drive for emotional mastery, and a drive for impactful transformation. You're just tired of doing the same thing. You're tired of being in the same position. Thank you, my love. And thank you for these likes. Okay. So, the first thing I need you to understand before we even get into the law of cause and effect, I need you to understand its actual rooting. So, when you hear about the law of cause and effect, this basically talking specifically in regard to God is not mocked, for whatever a man sows, ye shall reap. Okay. And if you understand the law of cause and effect in that aspect, you also understand time. Okay. So, what a lot of people have to really kind of grasp is that a lot of women have built sustainable success by working extremely hard, or not, I'm sorry, unsustainable success by working extremely hard. But I guess, what if I actually told you that your income really isn't determined by your hustle? And I want you to hear me when I say that your income is not determined by your hustle, because if that was the case, a lot of y'all are already hardworking hustlers. So why isn't it that your income is reflecting your work ethic? Have you ever stopped and asked yourself, why is it that no matter how hard I work, no matter how many, side things I do, no matter how many jobs I get, why is it that I still can't get ahead? Your income is not connected to your hustle. That is a spell. That is, let me tell you something. That, my dear, is the witchcraft that society has put on you. See, let me tell you what they've done. They've told you that you need to work extremely hard. They've told you that you need to exhaust yourself to oblivion. That is how you attain wealth. They put all these people on television that appear to have this and have that and get them to tell you, oh, I just worked hard. I just did this. I just did that. But in reality, there was a wealth transfer that happened. Someone had to sacrifice. It just wasn't them, or you didn't see their sacrifice. And when I say a wealth transfer could be something as somebody leaving an inheritance. A lot of people that you look up to and that you feel like, oh, they have so much money, they started off with a wealth transfer. Somebody made a sacrifice to put them in position and laid a foundation for them. So while they are selling you a story that you have to work hard, they didn't do that. That's why I'm here to tell you that though you have achieved a lot through hard work, your income, as you see, is not determined by the hustle. It is not determined by your hustle. You will hustle yourself into the ground. Y'all have seen people hustle themselves and then pass away. And what the family doing? Trying to get a GoFundMe and fish fries to bury them. Let me tell y'all something. You need to pay attention. The hustle don't determine your income. You use the law of sowing and reaping. Use the law of cause and effect to amplify your income. Okay? The law of cause and effect is shaping your financial reality right now, whether you realize it or not. The question is, are you using it to create consistent, sustainable wealth? Are you using it to create healthy relationships, emotional fulfillment, time freedom, growth and purpose, financial resources to support your life and your goals and those things? Because those things are actually what wealth are. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. Money is not wealth. Money is an aspect of financial resources. And in a minute, we're going to be digital. So what you going to do with that paper money? See, a lot of people are out here saying, I pull $10,000 out the bank and hold this and do this. What are y'all going to do when you realize that money is 75% cotton, 25% linen? And when they make that gray switch to digital currency, what you going to do with that? Because what that's going to do is serve you a reminder that it never had any real value anyway. You are the one that had the value. Thank you, my love, for these gifts and likes. You are the one with the value, but because you don't recognize your value, you don't feel valuable. Therefore, you can't articulate your value to where you can't monetize monetary opportunities your way, because money responds. And I told y'all this yesterday, money responds to specific things: a high vibrational state, alignment, and value. That's how you get money to lock in with you. That's how you get monetary opportunities to lock in with you. Y'all know why people can't keep money? It's because they fall out of one of those aspects. When you see celebrities and all these people and all these things and they falling off, how did they look? Man, you had a bag. How did you lose the bag? I guarantee you, it's one of the following. Either the vibration ain't right, they got out of alignment, or there is no value. Because that is the only way money is going to lock in with you. That's the only way that people are going to spend their money. Corporations, companies, they have to see the value. You have to be in alignment with what they're doing. You have to articulate value, and they have to get an authentic high vibration for you to be locked in. And I don't think people really understand that. Okay? So let's go ahead and define a bit what about the law of cause and effect and what that looks like. All right. So basically, the law of cause and effect states that every action creates a corresponding result. Okay. Your current financial reality, right? It's a direct reflection of your choices, your thoughts, and your energy. Again, I'm going to say it again so you can hear that. Your current financial reality is a direct reflection of your choices, your thoughts, and your energy. What did I tell you money was looking for? What do I tell you? What did I tell you money locks in with? Money locks in with high vibration. So, how do you think about yourself? Do you even think that you're worthy of somebody paying you $20,000 to do 4 hours of work? See, your thoughts about yourself are blocking that. See, let's get into it. You don't see your value. So, because you don't think you're valuable, you can't articulate value. And why would I want to be around somebody who don't value themselves? Why would I entrust you with myself, i.e., money, when you don't even trust yourself or believe that you even deserve this type of experience or this type of payment? You don't believe that for yourself because your thoughts are off. So if your thoughts are off about yourself, then guess what? The energy is off. Money not attracted to you already, baby. Not you on a low vibrational state. That's the baby. I can only play with you during tax time. You too low for me. That's how money looking at you. You too low for me. You too scary for me. You sit on the vibrational state of fear. Yeah, I'm gonna give you a little sprinkle here and there, but I ain't staying with you. You're a little too scary with me. See, scary people are people that are impulsive because they have no control over their energy, i.e., their emotions. Impulsive spending and binge eating comes from a lack of being able to control emotions. I say that to you because I've been both. I used to be almost 100 pounds heavier. And I had, at one point, I was working three scenarios where this is my second business. So I was working at Mac, I was working as a child protective service worker, and then I also had a booming bridal business, but I had no money because I thought that the hustle was what actually brought forth income. And that wasn't happening because the hustle actually costs more. It's more taxing on your mind. It's more taxing on your heart. It's more taxing on your willpower. And if you allow corporations and companies and people to siphon your energy cycles because you're not aware of them, you will find yourself destitute, depressed, and sick, which would make you the perfect slave for a system that wants to put you on medicine, not to give you a solution, but to pacify your symptoms because it's going to keep you stagnant and you're going to be a slave. That's what it looks like. Thank you, my love, for these comments, these likes, and this love. Okay? So when we're talking about the law of cause and effect, we're talking about how every single action, creates a corresponding result. So your financial reality is a direct reflection of your choices, how you think about yourself, and where your energy space is. And that will tell you how attractive you are to money. One of the things that I do extremely well is I understand attraction. That's my nerdy aspect. Okay. And share this live with someone who needs this support, who really needs to understand that there are ways to amplify your income without hustling. So share this with them. Um, you have to understand how valuable you are so that you stop leaving money on the table. Y'all leave money on the table in the HR room when y'all sign up for these jobs. Y'all leave money on the table in your side businesses or in your businesses because you're charging too low. You're leaving money on the table all because you don't understand your time, your energy, and your attention is high level valuable because you don't see yourself as currency. You get none. And it's not a coincidence that money has is coincides with terminology that speaks of water. You go to a bank, right? A river bank. Let's talk about it. Currency, that's a flow, right? Streams of income. See, they put all this in front of your face and you don't even know it. They put all of this in front of your face and don't even teach you how to use it because they want you to be so low level because they want you to be slaves. See, when you rise up and you ascend, you realize that no one can put their foot on your neck. No one has power over you. You give your power too much away because you don't really understand your value. You don't really get it. Okay? Listen, don't even give me y'all need to understand the law of the land and the law of the sea. I'm gonna give you that free game. Take your time to understand maritime law. Start begin to understand how there is a book with legal terms. The legal system has its own language. See, y'all don't know what y'all don't know how to fight things because you don't know who you're dealing with. You are to study your adversary. You are to study the systems that are trying to disconnect you from your spiritual core so you can discern how to not be a part of that and how to succumb to those spells. Because that's basically what it is. Y'all not paying attention how it tells you in scripture to write it down, make it plain. Y'all not paying attention how it says there's power of life and death in your tongue. See, society knows all of this. Society paints this big picture of different things while using spiritual knowledge against you to get you to coerce you, to get you to succumb to their systems, succumb to their programming. See, everyone thinks that they live in a society where it's always so individual. You can just believe whatever you want. You don't have to believe this. You don't have to believe in God. You don't have to do this. Society is telling you all these things while using spiritual tactics to keep you in slavery. Literally. They're using witchcraft to program your minds, to make you believe that you have to compete for positions and you have to be qualified for them to call you, when in scripture it tells you that the Most High says, I call you, then I qualify you. See, you have to start paying attention to how they separate you from yourself to get you to believe lies and things about yourself. And once you believe these lies, then you're under a spell because your belief impacts your biology and your biology influences the way you behave. And they know that, which is why they've done all these mind tricks and all these different type of things, even on their own soldiers. See, all these things you can go look up. You don't have to believe me. You don't have to believe me. But everything I give you is going to come from scripture, science, and psychology. And it's enough evidence for you to go and read for yourself. So back to the law of cause and effect, because y'all know I'll go too deep and I ain't about to do it. Some stuff for my community and some stuff y'all just ain't gonna get. See, my community get their work. My community gets that work, and we finna upload that work because we finna have that conversation I'm talking about with men who are narcissistic, how they actually are warlocks. I'm gonna teach my clients all about that. See, we talking about that on Monday. That's what we're talking about on Monday. Because y'all get tricked too much for me. And once you recognize witchcraft and what it is, it's easy to spot a warlock. See, these things are not supposed to have power over you. You're supposed to have power and dominion over the earth. So why is it that other humans have so much power over you that you will cower yourself, that you will live small, that you will dim your light? Like, what are we doing? You have no, where's your power? And see, a lot of people are saying that they believe this, but where's your power? It tells you that you have creative and witty inventions in your very being, yet you are crying about how you don't have any money, you can't do XYZ. That's crazy. It says the kingdom of heaven is within you, but you're saying you don't have no power. You're powerless to everything else around you. You're not tapped in. Why is that? Why is that? Because you don't understand your value. You don't know who you are. You don't know that you need to be grounded spiritually. That is the way that you can get solid in your mind and regulate your emotions, so you're not out here spewing and losing it and crashing out. So you know how to navigate your emotions and navigate your power. I told y'all last Monday, what this past Monday, what I taught my clients in the video I dropped with them is the art of presence, how to be powerful and not say a word. See, women don't understand your power is not in this. We have gotten to a space where we get so much education that we have no wisdom. So all we have is knowledge. So you use that knowledge to make people feel smaller. You use that knowledge to have heavy talking points so you can seem like you're highly intelligent when you are simply intellectual. Because, baby, intellectualism ain't nothing but them books. Some of y'all think y'all are intelligent, and intelligence is spiritual. Gotcha. Intelligence is spiritual. This is why they can't figure out how did they build the pyramids, because they had spiritual knowledge. They had access to spiritual knowledge. How did Noah build this ark? Because he was given spiritual knowledge via an angel. See, y'all don't be, are y'all reading? Are y'all, listen, y'all get you one of these. Get you one of these. Get you one of these so you can get some power. So you can understand who you are. You don't have because you don't have access, and you don't have access because you simply won't do what's necessary. You won't do what's necessary. Women who have achieved a lot, right? That's the book. Okay. I need y'all to start understanding things. Okay. I need that. I need us to do that. For women like you who are operating at a high level, right? Women who can achieve anything. I'm talking about if you done went to school, got a degree, you done got yourself in position, got a good job, but now that job, yeah, you're making money, but it's not enough. So you're doing this side hustle because you're wanting to really tap into something else. Women who understand how to achieve and who've gotten to a high level, being able to use and understand law is your greatest asset. Understanding spiritual law is your greatest asset. Yes, I will put it in my shop. I will put it in my shop. I'll do that today. Or I may end up putting it on my list. No, it wasn't upside down, baby. It was straight up. It was upside down. But it's the Ethiopian Bible, the one with 88 books in it. Okay? So when you are a woman who achieves and who understands achievement, no problem, my love. Law can either be your greatest asset, or law can be, how can I say this? It can be your biggest saboteur. If you don't understand the law of sowing and reaping, which a lot of people don't, and let me see how I can break this down a bit, or the law of cause and effect. If you don't like the people in your life, or you don't like your life results, okay, you have to acknowledge the things that you have liked and engaged in. For example, okay, I want you to think about Instagram. I want you to think about TikTok. I want you to think about all these algorithms. What shows up on your For You page is the things you've liked, the things you've engaged with, the things that you've commented on. It's the exact same way with life. The universe is an algorithm that was created by God. what that universe does when you speak into it, when you send energetic thoughts with your creation to, with your emotions and with your actions, you are sowing into that. So if you lie to yourself saying that I'm going to start working out, I'm going to start doing this, I'm going to start doing that, for myself, and you don't do any of those things, what ends up happening is this: you attract people who lie to you as well, because you welcome liars into your space because you lied to you. And I'm going to tell you something, because if you're not a liar, baby, if you tell yourself the truth, and nothing but the truth, thank you, my love, for these likes and gifts, you ain't standing for a liar to be in your space. A liar can't feel comfortable sitting at the table with me, baby. Never. Because I'm a truth teller to myself. Y'all know that I get on here and my makeup ain't right, I'm going to start fixing it and say, y'all, I don't like that. I'm real with me. And the reason why I'm real with me, because to be in my space, you're going to have to be real with me. And I say this all the time: the realer you are with me, okay? And I say this: the realer you are with me, the longer we're going to be all right. We're going to be all right. The longer you're going to stick with me. I say something similar in business. The more you know yourself, the better you can set up and structure out your business. Okay? The better you know yourself, the longer you're going to be in business. The realer you are with yourself, the longer you're going to be in business. I don't want to do this no more. Okay, so how am I pivoting in business to do this? Because this service is not what it is. I'm not going to quit the business. I'm going to do X, Y, Z. The realer you are with me, the longer you're going to be in my space, baby. But the minute you feel like you finna lie, because here's the thing that y'all got, that whole thing about if you lie, you'll cheat, you'll steal. Let me break that down, because I don't think people understand what they're really hitting for. In order for, if you make a decision to lie or to be deceptive, you've already cheated, because you cheat me out of the experience of choosing what it is that I would want to do had you told me the truth. A liar is automatically a cheater, baby. Girl, just giving a little something before they get on these turkeys. Like, in order for me to lie to you, I cheat you out of the experience of choosing me based on the truth, choosing based on what actually is reality. I've already cheated. Hello? So let's talk about how that makes you a thief too. Because you've not only cheated me out of my choice, but you basically have stolen that from me, because you valued what you wanted over my choice. So you stole from me. In 1 second, with you lying to me, you cheated and you stole from me, baby. See, I ain't gonna have it. No, you can't stay. I don't care if it's a friend. I don't care if it's a man. I don't care if it's a client. I don't care if it's a stranger. You have no reason to deceive me, other than that's what you chose to do. And I'm not about to investigate that. We're done, because I don't allow liars in my space, because I don't like to be deceived. The world deceives me enough. I don't need no deception in my circle, in my tribe, in my community. I won't have it. I won't have it. And I have been like that. Even when I coached girls, teenage. Before I started coaching women, I coached girls into women, teenagers. And the one thing that they knew about me, baby, don't lie and don't steal. Don't lie. Whatever you got going on, I can help you. And to this day, my babies will come to me and tell me the truth. They don't care what it is, and they grown, almost 30. I know you're going to be upset about this, but let me go ahead and tell you, I'm actually not upset about this. I'm actually really happy that you told me. Now let me help you, so we're not back in that. Y'all have to understand, what are your standards? You can't do things to yourself and expect people to treat you at a high level when you carry yourself so low. And people are not going to tell you they see your slip. I'm just telling you, I've never seen a sucker not get licked. So don't be a sucker. How do you not be a sucker? Discern. And if you don't know how to discern, get under somebody who can teach you about what discernment looks like. And how do I know if I can't discern? Look at the results of your life. Are you constantly attracting narcissistic people? Are people constantly getting over on you? Is it constantly something that's happening? You never seem to get what you want. Are you always the victim? Then we need to assess some things. Discernment is off. Discernment is off. Okay? So you need to understand that the universe is an algorithm. If you sow good value into yourself, you're going to reap good value into yourself. If you eat healthier foods, that body going to start reflecting the value of what you're putting in it. If you start sowing more by sowing seeds of value online about your business, you'll start seeing more monetary seeds enter into your bank account. You need to understand law. You sow nothing, you get nothing. You sow a liar, you get a liar. You sow abuse unto yourself, you attract abuse unto yourself. Because let me tell you who don't tolerate abuse. A woman who does not abuse herself. A woman who values her reflection when she looks in the mirror. See, that type of woman doesn't devalue herself. Therefore, you can't devalue her. See, one thing for sure, two things for certain about me. So let me be very clear. When you understand the power of your magnetism and the power of your energy, the energy that I provide, whether I am speaking to a child, a homeless man, a man I am interested in, a friend, my energy is what you call life support. You understand what I'm telling you? I breathe life into the dead, into people. If you are in a dead space, I can breathe life. I can give you life energy. Okay? With my words, with my aura, with everything, I can give you life. But the minute I feel like you take that value for granted, the minute I feel like you take that life as if it's just regular degla, the minute you treat me like I'm not the daughter of the Most High, the minute you think you can treat me anything less than a queen, I'm not even going to give you a warning. I'm going to snatch that plug like it's a life support plug, because it is. And you get no more life. I don't even get mad. It's nothing to even get upset about, because everybody don't want to live, baby. See, some of y'all be getting mad. Everybody don't want to live. And when you see people don't appreciate life, you stop giving it to them immediately. You don't give them more in hopes that they're going to value the life. They won't. They won't. You don't give anything life that you don't want multiplied unto you. Do you hear what I'm telling you? Don't give anything out that you don't want multiplied unto you, not even to yourself. How are you speaking to yourself when you make a mistake? That's why you let that man talk to you like that, because it's your programming to be talked to crazy. Because if you're talking to me like that, at least you care. Thank you for letting me know how they talked to you from when you were a child. Thank you for letting me know that dishonor and disregard for your emotional well-being was not valued in your home, that you think that everyone else should not value that as well. Start paying attention to these things. Okay? Mastering law is the key. Mastering this law of cause and effect, the law of sowing and reaping, is really the key to predictable, sustainable results. If you know what you're sowing, you know what you're growing. This is why I teach women the garden model in life. If you know what you're sowing, you know what you're growing, baby. If you know what you're sowing, you know what you're growing. If I decide to plant a rose bush by planting these seeds, I'm expecting roses, beloved. So why is it that you don't realize that you're good ground, that you are land, and the seeds that you plant into yourself, the flowers that are around you, that's your fruit. That's the fruit of your labor. Do you know what you're sowing? Because it's evident what you're growing. And it ain't your money. It ain't your income. You're growing everything else. You're growing your stress. You're growing your health into a place that's not healthy. You're growing older because all that stress ages you. Baby, I'm about to be 41 next Sunday after next. I look better than I did in my 20s. Okay? So understand, you're going to be growing in the elements that you don't want and you don't desire, because you're not paying attention to what you're sowing. But you keep wondering why you keep growing weeds. And you wonder why you can't tell the wheat from the tarry. You can't tell the real from the fake. You don't know yourself. And that's the problem. That's the issue. You're doing all of these things, showing up, but your results feel extremely inconsistent, unsatisfying, because doing is not enough. That's why no matter what you see, and this is what parents come on in, come to the front of the line, okay? No matter what you do for your children, until they understand exactly what parenthood is, they don't know the sacrifices that you are making. They are not aware. No, they don't know what you have to do to get them these shoes, to get them these games, and expecting them to rationalize this as children is ridiculous of you. That's ridiculous. You need to be conscious of that. They don't understand all you do. People, when you say, "Do you know how much I love you?" No, they don't. No, they don't. The perception that you, and my brother brought this to me yesterday in a conversation that we were having. And my brother said, we were talking about something. My brother said, "Sister, the way you see yourself is nobody's ever going to see you like that. As my big sister, I have a perception of you. This person is going to have a perception of you. This person is going to have a perception of you. But that's based on what they believe. And not all perceptions are reality. Your children are watching you just bring things home. They don't know what you had to go through. Why are you giving them that negative energy when they didn't ask to be here? It's not their fault that you have to do X, Y, Z to provide for them. This is what happens when you make these decisions and these choices. See, this is why, and I'm going to get on us as women, because this is why the older women tell you, do not have any more children. Do not have any children that you don't want to take care of. You only have as many as you can take care of on your own. In the event that anything happens, how dare you? How dare you make them feel bad for wanting to ask for things? They're children. They can't rationalize your adult problems. Y'all try to make them rationalize that. And I can tell you that without having any children. You know why? Because I have coached a lot of children. I coached the teenagers. I had them living with me for years. So I'm not telling you nothing that I don't know. Unnecessary. You're putting life pressures on children who can't rationalize. Their freaking frontal lobe hasn't developed enough. That ain't happening to 27. Y'all not understanding that? That's not your baby's job. And exactly what you said, regulate your own emotions is not your baby's job. Because I'm going to tell you something. When you don't regulate your emotions and you push that energy on your child, you push sickness on your child. And I'm going to tell you that straight to your face. I'm going to tell you that straight to your face. Because your children pick up the energy in the environment that they are in, and it causes illness. You better recognize how stress causes illness in the body. You think because your baby is young that your baby can't get sick and things can't happen because of the environment that your child is in? You better wake up. You better wake up. See, a lot of y'all are thinking, I've been hearing a lot of people saying, the 20 somethings, they're a lot sicker than, us when we was growing up. It's like they just look worn out. Them children been stressed. See, millennials, now I'm coming to us. Them children been stressed because they've been having to deal with our wishy-washiness because we feel all kind of ways about the way our lives turned out. So the fact that these children are showing up sick in their 20s and different things like that does not shock me at all. They've been sick for years. What you don't understand about the body is this, baby. The body will be sick for 10 years, giving you small warnings. And because it has been labeled as normal, because a lot of people have these symptoms, they'll say, oh, that's just normal. When you take them to the doctor, that's just normal. And then when they're 20 years old and they're going into the doctor's office and they're trying to figure out why they're having all these womb issues. Y'all better stop. Stop. Learn how to master your emotional energy as a woman, especially if you are a mother. You are your child's first teacher. First teacher. They are learning from you. And then we love to turn around and say, I don't know why you act like that. Baby, she only been in the house with you. She only been in the house with you. So where'd she get it from? Your children are your teachers and your mirrors. Pay close attention to that. I was very sickly as a child, and it's because my parents weren't as loving as they weren't as loving. They provided as they could. I've been saying this since my teenage years, stomach issues all the time. Stomach issues as an IBS come from anxiety. Ding, 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 ding. This is why when you go to the doctor and they diagnose you with IBS, they also tell you not too long after that you have generalized anxiety disorder. Do you not think that there's a coincidence? Let me tell you how that works and what happens. This is why you see little kids that be like, they get worried and their stomach start hurting and they can't go to the bathroom. This is why, because they're worried. What worry does is that worry, because it's a spiritual violation, it tells you in scripture not to worry. It tells you to pray about everything. Why? Because spiritually and scientifically, it causes sickness. So when you become so worried, it sends that worried energy to your bone marrow. Your bone marrow then starts to give out what's called T stem cells, and your spleen starts to collect those T stem cells. And you can go look all this up. One of my modalities is that I'm an energetic psychology practitioner, so I study emotions on the cellular level. Yeah. So when the spleen gets filled with these T stem cells, what ends up happening is that it becomes extremely inflamed. And it becomes so inflamed that it cannot work with the stomach any longer. So then we start having these digestive issues. And then we start having where we, can't go to the bathroom. And see, most millennials will ignore it because, we like to ignore stuff until like the very end. We about to be out of here. So where we can't take the pain anymore. So now you finally end up at the doctor and the doctor says, oh, you have IBS. Follow this food map, lower your stress, and da 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 da. And it's just normal. It's normal. It's not normal, baby. It's not normal, baby. Let me tell you something. The longer your spleen is out of whack, that's going to start impacting your heart. That's going to start impacting your liver. That's going to start impacting your kidneys. And baby, in a minute, you ain't going to have a normal running cycle. Because in order for your cycle to come as a woman, what has to be balanced are the four organs. And this is coming from someone who had an irregular cycle for 21 years, who now has been having them consistently for the last 8. So I ain't new to it. I'm true to it. If the heart is not in balance, if the lungs are not the lungs, if the kidneys are not in balance, if the spleen is not in balance, and if what am I missing? What am I missing? Heart, kidney, liver, spleen. If they're not in balance, we're not having a cycle. We're not having a cycle. I'm a feminine mastery architect. That's what I am. You're not having a cycle. Yep, the spleen is real. Stay away from that unnatural sugars as much as possible. Yep, you tear that up too. And see, that's what happens. I'm so glad that you said that. Because guess what we do when we get stressed? Go find comfort food. So you exacerbate the stress of the spleen. This is why they tell you that type 2 diabetes is a lifestyle illness, because the truth is you can't manage your emotional energy enough not to force food down to get that false dopamine hitting your mind. And you keep doing that, and it eventually rots and basically coats your organs to where they can't work out properly. So they can't fight off the illness in your body. And like I said, this is coming from someone who used to be really sick, who was hormonally imbalanced, who was 100 pounds heavier. So let's get into it. And all of these things impact your ability to make money. All of them. And they all throw your energy off. So what you need to understand, again, when we're talking about the energy aspects, is that your emotions, and what I need you to grasp, your emotions and your energy directly influence your actions. Okay? You just helped me figure out why a friend said, when I heal myself, I heal my daughter. Shook, baby. Yes, God. Okay? Your emotions and your energy directly influence your actions. And when they are not aligned, you unknowingly choose and create chaos instead of wealth. Instead of having those healthy relationships, instead of having that time freedom, instead of having that purpose and growth, instead of having those financial resources, instead of having emotional fulfillment, you have chaos in your life. You have chaos. That's why you can't amplify your income, because you have chaos in your life. Okay? It's You're so confident. It feels so big, and I can tell it comes from how much you've learned. Thank you, because I have learned a lot, and I have made a lot of mistakes, and I don't want y'all to do the same stuff I did. That's why I love when the young ones, the Gen Z, come my way. I love working with them. I love working with everybody, but I love working with them because I get to support you in not doing what I did and giving you the blueprint. And if you trust me enough to guide you on your journey, I'm gonna walk with you until it's over. That's just how I am. And because I don't take lightly the responsibility and the crown that I have to wear in this life. And I understand that there are a lot of women assigned to me. And so I choose to operate in obedience. So I don't take that lightly at all. The confidence you see comes from the one that created me. It's definitely not me. It's in understanding that value. And it has taken me a long time to come there. So if you can do it before getting to when I started at 33, because that's when I started, and I'm 41 now. Well, I'll be 41 in y'all know in December 8th. But so yeah, what you see in front of you is almost basically 8 hours, 8 hours, 8 years of work. So baby, when I get 50 though, Lord, spend my life, I'm not only gonna be fine, but I'm a really be in that space. Okay. So every opportunity, every decade I get, it's a beautiful journey to be able to give my lessons. And when I see women who are in their 50s, I stop them. I stop them and tell them how beautiful they are. And then I immediately ask them for wisdom. And almost every single time, whether I'm in a restaurant, I am in a store, I am wherever, I am given some of the most amazing wisdom by these women. And that is my charge. That is my responsibility. So thank you. All right. Before I get in my emotions. So let's get back to amplifying your income using the law of cause and effect. So I've explained to you, how working hard has nothing to do with you being able to get income. And we figured that out because everybody keep working hard and people still broke. So y'all know it don't work. The amplification of your income comes from you understanding the law of cause and effect, the law of sowing and reaping, right? When you understand that the law of sowing and reaping is how your financial reality was created, you can simply start sowing different and reaping different. You know what I'm saying? So if we're getting into that and we're getting into that space of using law to elevate our lives instead of using law to sabotage our lives by lying to ourselves, mistreating ourselves, when you do these things to self, you invite these things to self. So I have this saying that goes, self-care is the key fundamental of every single relationship. You set the tone of how people treat you by the way you treat yourself. And you should treat yourself exceptionally well, because you deserve it, but you got to believe you deserve it. If you don't believe you deserve it, then you're not going to get exceptional treatment. Okay. So anyway, like I said, y'all are doing all these things, showing up, but the results feel inconsistent, unsatisfying, because doing does not get you anywhere as a woman. Overdoing, overextending, all these things, they don't get you appreciated. As a high achieving woman, you're probably extremely tired because you push harder when you know you're capable of more. Like you you push harder when in reality you have more intelligent ways of achieving things and more aligned actions to take that will actually put you in a better position. I don't care if it's dating, I don't care if it's making money in business, I don't care what it is. You have the ability to put yourself in a completely different position. I want you to really imagine if you showed up in your life, in your business, knowing that every action creates a result, and you made sure that every single action that you took was in result of you achieving a certain goal. I don't care what it is. It could be dating, it could be money, it could be whatever. You will start to see things be extremely different. Imagine income coming in that actually feels consistent. It feels sustainable, um, because your actions are rooted in rhythm, not resistance. Meaning you're not trying to work against yourself, you're working with yourself. Okay. And a lot of women tend to work against themselves, which is why they don't end up getting what they want. If you know, for example, if you're dating someone and you know you specifically desire relationships, y'all know how I feel about relationships anyway. But if you desire relationships, then why are you entertaining and dealing with someone who puts you in a space of being in a situation if that's not really what you value? You're doing that because you don't value yourself. You're doing that because you don't value your own time, your own energy, your own attention. Why are you going out with men that you know that you're not attracted to, trying to buy time? You do this because you don't value your own time. You don't value your own energy. You don't value your own attention. And you don't understand the power of attention. See, society's highest form of currency, they'll tell you is money, but it's really attention. Because what society knows and societal systems understand is that the longer I have your attention, that means I have your energy. Emotions are energy in motion. So the longer I have your attention, the longer I can manipulate your energy into my favor, into doing what I want, doing what I desire. This is how you end up falling for the guy you never even liked because you gave him too much time. See, you as a woman, time is one of your highest forms of currency. You can't get it back. So you don't have the luxury. So I'm not even knocking women who choose to be in relationships for a long period of time, because I personally don't do relationships. I'm either married or I'm not. That's just me. But I don't knock women who choose these experiences for themselves, but I do need you to question, why don't you value your time? Do you really have 10 years to give an individual on a possible outcome? Is it wise for you to give up your years auditioning, hoping that you're going to receive something in return? Is that wise for you? Is that a wise way to use your time? Is that a wise way to use your energy? Is that a wise way to use your attention? And if it's not, or if it is, what's the end goal? See, and I'm going to be honest with you, women need to stop making marriage a goal, the end goal. Because the truth of the matter is this: we are able to control who gets the box. They control who's going, what time and when they're going to get married. And if your goal is something that's out of your control and out of your decision making, why are you making this the goal? And another element about that is this: when you make something a goal and you achieve the goal, a lot of times this is how women lose themselves, because they make marriage the goal and then they feel like, I've arrived, I've won, I've got it. I don't have to work anymore. I don't have to do anything else. I don't have to keep myself together. I don't have to focus on me anymore. I now can focus on him, and I can focus on everything else but me. And I can self-sacrifice, and I can be a martyr, because that's what's being a good woman is, because that is what a good wife is. Ain't that what they told y'all in church? What did the Most High say a wife was? She wasn't a doormat. According to the book of Sirach, a wife is wealth, actually. You don't know you're walking wealth, which is why you waste time. I'm so glad that you said that. I'm so glad that y'all said helper and help meet. I'm so glad that y'all said good thing. Because let me, when it talk, and let me give y'all some background information, because I love etymology. I love getting down to the bottom of things, because that's what's really transformational. And that's what makes me good at what I do. Even when it says that a woman or a wife is a helpmeet, do y'all know what a helpmeet is according to scripture, according to what that actually says? Huh? Let me tell y'all. A helpmeet is someone who is suitable to help you. See, a lot of y'all not suitable to help the people you trying to help. See, some people just need the Most High. They don't need your help. But no, you think you're the Messiah. You trying to die for everybody. You want to be the martyr. You want to be self-sacrificing, when you're not even suitable to be in this position. Not because you can't do it, but it's going to drain you to do it. It's going to wipe out your energy to do it. It's going to cost you majorly to do that. See, when you're operating in a space and things are aligned, you already suitable. So you easily can meet the need. You easily can help because you're suitable. You're qualified for that position. And a lot of us show up in spaces where we don't meet those qualifications, and it's okay. This is why you should be in spaces where you are celebrated and not just tolerated, because people will tolerate you to get what they want, baby. People will live with you and can't stand you for a long period of time so they can get on their feet. People will stay with you in relationships and can't stand you. People will use their sex organs as weapons against you to pin you down while they're making a plan to make their exit because you're not paying attention. All because you're trying to be a helpmeet to somebody who ain't even suitable. It doesn't work. It's not an alignment. These are the things that we don't pay attention to. But see, when you are a woman and you understand that you're walking wealth, you don't waste time. See, walking wealth means that you are a container for healthy relationships, emotional fulfillment, financial resources, right? Um, Growth and purpose and time freedom. You live a life where you literally have the desires of your heart, like it says in scripture. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. That's what it's saying. With everything that I've said as far as this law is concerned, and how your thoughts and your actions and your energy impact how you can amplify your income, if you can just shift what you sow so you can know what you're growing, you really can change your life experience. Okay. A very clear thing that you need to understand: if you want to align with the law of cause and effect, the law of sowing and reaping, you're going to have to set aligned intentions. You're going to have to master emotional regulation, and you're going to have to leverage cycle syncing. And these are all of the things that I'm going to be talking about in my masterclass on the 11th. Now, I have a masterclass, and it's $55 for this lower entry. Okay. And in this masterclass, I'm going to teach you, it's called Magnetism Reset. If you don't like what you're attracting in your life experience, if you don't like what you have had this year, 2024 was supposed to be your year, but you got to get it right before 2025, then you need to be in this masterclass. Okay. If you are successful, driven, and ambitious, but your emotions feel unpredictable because you feel overwhelmed, and you have these cycles of burnout. If you're tired of seeing inconsistent results in your income and in your energy levels, if you're tired of honoring traditions and those strategies that really don't honor your unique energy as a woman, that take you away from your natural rhythm and that lead you to frustration and exhaustion, then you need to be in the Magnetism Reset class, because in that, we're going to master your rhythm in just a short 30 days after you get done with that class. Here are the things that you're going to learn. Number one, you're going to learn how to use your cycle, because you have 4 phases in your menstrual cycle. 4. You ain't just bleeding 5 to 7 days, okay? You're going to learn how to use your menstrual cycle to anticipate emotional highs and lows so you can stay in control, because money is attracted to what, y'all? Money is attracted to high vibration, which is energetics, your energetics, alignment, and value. Okay. So this is going to help you in the area of the high vibrational state. The second thing you're going to learn is you're going to discover these techniques on how to align your income generating activities with the most powerful phases of your cycle. I'm going to tell you how to use it to make more money. Okay. Number 3, you're going to understand the exact steps, okay, to transform your mood, your money, and movement into tools for sustainable success. I am not a weight loss coach. Let me be clear with that, okay? My hair is real frizzy right here, and I don't like it. And I'm going to fix it on camera because I told you I'll be fixing stuff on camera. I don't care. But I myself have lost almost 100 pounds. And Women who've come to work with me have lost 40 pounds and above. Okay. I have clients who have lost 42 pounds. I have clients who have lost 50 pounds. I have clients who have lost 60 pounds. And all of this comes from understanding your cycle and understanding how you operate. Okay. So if you are a woman who wants to regulate her emotions, who wants to amplify her income, who wants to really get healthier, because if you might want to get healthier, because let me tell you something, y'all, I told y'all yesterday, y'all know how many hospitals closed down so far. They're closing these hospitals. They're denying these five yesterday. Y'all know how many hospitals closed down so far. They're closing these hospitals. They're denying these fibroid surgery companies. They're not paying for these surgeries and stuff no more. They're not. They're not. Did you get your you should have gotten an email yesterday with the VIP if you purchased, because I had people who purchased the VIP ticket. Let me explain the VIP ticket. So the VIP ticket is $150. You can get all my products with Klarna, Affirm, and Afterpay. Here's what you get for $150. You get a ticket to the masterclass, you get the replay, and you get 1 month free in the Sacred Feminine League, which is my private community. And I just told y'all that we're talking about narcissist men being warlocks on Monday. That's what we're going to be discussing. So if you get your ticket for the VIP, you get the whole month of December, you get those 4 group sessions that we're having, and you get access to all of the sessions we've had previously. That is a very private, powerful community. I talk about the stuff that I don't talk about on here. So if you feel this, baby, when you really get me behind closed doors and I really give you that game, you're really going to have something. And I have women as young as 19 in that community. And that community is regularly priced at $197. So my youngest client is 19 in that group, and she is okay. So if you want that price point, or if you want that VIP access, you click the link in the bio to be able to get that. Do me a favor and check your email, love. You can click the link in the bio to be able to get purchase. There was an email sent out yesterday for you to be able to log in. So check your spam for me, and check your regular inbox, because you should get your login information where you can go in. I don't want you to miss Monday's session, and I don't want you to miss the post. And I actually tagged you guys in the post who signed up yesterday. So I don't know specifically who I'm talking to. But if you bought the ticket yesterday, I made sure I manually went in there and put it in there last night because my assistant wasn't available. So I made sure to go in there and do that. So check your email. If you don't see that in there, be sure to DM me immediately, because I don't play about y'all getting y'all stuff. So I want everyone who invests in that, I want you to get your stuff. So check your email for me and DM me. What questions do you guys have for me? I'm about to go have lunch with my sister. She said she on her way, so she probably gonna text me and say she outside. So y'all have to come up with these questions because I'm finna go eat. So drop your questions that you may have, because girl, when she say I'm outside, I'm gone. Just let y'all know. So drop whatever questions that you may have. Click the link in the bio to check out any products and services I have. I have services that support you in mastering your emotions, wealth creation, as well as cycle syncing, and this masterclass. Oh, girl, I can't scroll up. It's too many things. Okay, now I see it. Even women that have menopause, you still have a hormonal scale. So you have a hormonal scale that you can track. You just have to track yours a little differently. And it requires a little bit more manual labor, but it's worth it for you to do it for 30 days to be able to track your pattern, because we still have our own unique patterns. And you need to figure out what your pattern is, what your highs and your lows are, because you can do business around those things. You can, and women don't even realize there are certain times that you should not even try to have hard conversations, because mentally, the way your body is operating because of the phase that you're in, you're too emotional for that. Okay. Or you're not in a space where you're necessarily thinking straight to have those type of conversations. And I break down specifically with that. Okay. The VIP magnetism. Yes. The VIP magnetism is the one that you get the Sacred Feminine League access to. You get that. You get a month to that as well. And you'll get an email as well, letting you, or giving you the information to log in, so that you can go ahead and log in. And while you're on the break, because you technically you start as soon as you purchase. So once you purchase it, you're going to get access that day. So if you purchase today, you're going to get access today, and you get access to everything that we've had. They have all the list of videos on the side that we've done throughout the community, so you can start from the bottom and go up. Very powerful lessons. They really get you in alignment. Thank you, my love, for these gifts. They really get you in alignment with your authentic feminine design. We talk about spiritual sovereignty. We talk about the energetics of making sure that you are good. We talk about a lot of things with energetics, which is why I'm gonna really tap into the whole thing with the warlocks and different things like that, and how that operates and how to basically protect yourself, because women don't understand that you need to be protecting yourself. We're going into a year of 9. Biblically, the number 8, is new beginnings, all that great stuff. The year of 9, oh baby, that's finality. That's judgment. That's completeness. So if you ain't doing what you need to do, you're going to be locked into a cycle that you may not even like. So don't start your new year January 1. Start right now. What is it? November? Hold tight. Start on November 27th, baby. Believe you me. Every time when I start my time before January 1st, it does something. Just do your work now. What's something I can implement today to help with emotional regulation? Make a decision to not give your power to things that don't deserve it. That's the best thing I say. Make a strong. See, that's the thing when I was just talking about stuff being on the side. Things are on the side because we don't want to make hard decisions. Make the decision that you're not going to give your power. So when you're in those scenarios, don't give your power. Don't give your power. Okay? Since I need the warlock combo, I realize the seriousness of my spiritual intuition. Make sure, go ahead and get the VIP option, because you'll be in there. How do I forgive myself for speaking out of anger? Forgive yourself. Make it. See, everything goes back to your decisions. Once you decide to forgive yourself, it has to be real, though. Okay? It has to be real. So if you're going to forgive yourself, then forgive yourself for real. So when somebody tries to bring it back to you, you're not put back in shackles by being offended. I can't believe you brought that back up. Yeah, I forgave myself for that. Now what? Well, I heard you was a hoe. Okay, so maybe I did it back then. Now what? Because I've forgiven myself for it. So what are we doing now? What's the next question? What's the next statement? See, people tell you things to put you in handcuffs. But when you have the key, when you realize you are the one with the key, can't nobody lock you up, babe. So free yourself. I'm so excited to start the course this week. Yay, me too. Me too. But lock in, y'all. Click the link in the bio to get access. I have a multitude of courses on there. If you have a 9 to 5 and you don't have a business yet and you want to create a business, then you got to understand what you value. Because like I said, money locks in with a high vibrational state, alignment, and value. So if you can articulate that value, understand your value, you're going to be good. And I have a course called Speak, Write, Teach, where it supports you in being able to speak, to write, and to teach what it is that you value, so that you can attract money, because money is attracted to what? Value. Okay. Yay. You're going to get your login information in a couple of hours. So I'm super excited. All right, y'all. My sister gonna come for real, so I'm gonna have to go because I'm pretty sure she probably gonna text me in a minute. I feel it, and every time I feel she about to call me or text me, she texts me or calls me. It's one of my gifts. When I could, she getting close. I could feel it. So click the link in the bio. I follow me on YouTube. You guys go straight over there and make sure that you follow me. I have a lot of content and a lot of different things to be able to support you. Like I said, clients and women have made money from my free content. So do not waste what I'm giving you. Do not use this as a part of don't take my knowledge and my wisdom and use it as a part of your conversations to make you feel big-headed. Implement it in your life and change your life existence. Change the quality of your life. Don't sit around and use this as topic of conversations. Do something with it. Okay? Because what I'm giving you, though it is free, it costs me. That's what you better know. Even though what I'm giving you that's for free, know that it costs me. My sister just joined the live. That's how I know she outside. I told y'all. I just said, I'm finna get off this live because my sister finna call me. I always can feel when my sister is close or when my sister is about to call me and she just joined the live, which lets me know, and she liking it live. She let me know she outside. So okay, y'all, I'm gonna go. My sister's so funny. Okay. All right, y'all. I love y'all. See how God work? I told y'all it's a gift. I knew she was coming. I knew it. Look at her talking about, hey y'all, LOL. That's her. Girl, I'm gonna come outside so we can go eat. All right, y'all. I love y'all to pieces. Have an amazing holiday. I'm not sure. I may get on tomorrow. I might, and bless y'all on tomorrow on Thursday. So I hope y'all have an amazing, amazing day. Go follow me on YouTube right now, guys. I'm trying to get my numbers up. Please share my channel with amazing women who need it. All right. And I will talk to y'all soon. Peace, y'all.